What is up, everybody? I'm NoLuxGiven, and today we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to be doing some live commentary, and I'm going to be playing with the new Modred. So we'll have a little bit more control over what we summon. It's not going to be that big of a buff to him, but it'll be sweet to play with nonetheless. So whatever we put in this slot in our hand will be what we summon after our first character dies each brawl. So we will want to still make sure that we are playing one character in our first combat, but after that we'll be able to get a little bit more value here. And what do we want to do here? I suppose, while not like being able to make use of our hero power here, so that part's awkward, but I think that we just do this. We should have potentially locked on to the Mad Mim in that first slot, first shop rather. It's just a good character to have access to with Modred, because then you can grab additional uses out of the Mad Mim, though it is always awkward to pick it up so early in the game. But we're up against Skip the Time Skipper, so there's a chance that just having a pair of 3/3s, if they have a Brave Princess or nothing, then we get a free character. Okay, Skip is AFK, or they are doing, they're trying to skip the whole thing. Now, one thing that's kind of fun with Modred is playing a Humpty Dumpty, and what that allows you to do is, oh, it's leftmost. Okay, well now I want to try it out. If we play this here, this is still the leftmost character in our hand. I thought it was going to be always this spot, but it's just leftmost. So maybe we do this, and I'm going to pick up a pair as well. Was thinking about the Humpty Dumpty. What I was going to say is Humpty has a little bit more protection when you're playing Modred, because it doesn't start on the field. You get to summon it halfway through the game. But yeah, I'm curious now what leftmost means. We're exploring here, so we're figuring out how this goes. And this is nice because I can upload this game now, win or loss, because we don't know exactly how it's going to go. So there we go. And by that I mean, like, we're learning new stuff here regardless. So this is informative content, even if the game doesn't go so hot, because we're still playing Modred. But I think we're playing dwarves all of a sudden. Now, I like a lot of the options actually here in this shop, and I think I might lock for Ogre Princess plus Stag next turn. However, this turn we have to buy the Crafty plus one other thing. I suppose we could sell off some stuff. That's not crazy either. But basically, if we're going to buy the Crafty, I feel like we should buy the Princess White first. Though maybe that's not it. Because the earlier we try to slay with this Polywoggle, the better of a time we're going to have. Though I'm gonna make an executive decision here, and we're gonna go for this. Maybe we still slay with the Polywoggle. If not, no big deal. Now, if we had sold some things, like say we sold Polywoggle, picked up Stag, Ogre Princess this turn, next turn we probably could have bought the Reckless Wager, so that could have been interesting, though I might not have locked if all of that was the case. And I guess one thing too is we're actually allowed to play an additional unit. I'm gonna keep on forgetting that, but I'm probably not going to forget it from here on out, actually. But we can play the Stag and the Ogre Princess and another Ogre Princess. I mean, not all right this second, but wow, I think I'm going to lock this shop again. All right, let's see what we're doing here. Let's move some stuff around, play some stuff like this. Maybe I'll move the Crafty here. Trying to think if I want the Stag to pump two things or if I just want to focus on the Polywoggle. I can put the Stag here or here, and then, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna lock, and I don't know, maybe I pick a Brave Princess too. Getting that Brave Princess early on might be useful, so maybe I do this actually. And again, I'm just gonna lock this shop. Next turn I'll pick up two Ogre Princesses, cast a Reckless Wager. If the Polywoggle's able to slay, that bodes well for Reckless Wager. But yeah, definitely kind of interesting. Putting Stag second while you're playing Modred does become a little bit riskier, because if this Crafty dies, then we're going to summon in a goat, and then it just makes it even less likely for our Stag to get that attack in. But I think that this is all worth going for right now. And then my opponent is also getting first attack. They are Sad Dracula, so that's a little bit awkward, though we get to play around that. So that actually worked out very, very well for us. Yeah, that was cool. And now Polywoggle is going to slay, and we're going to win the fight. Nicely done. We grab a Medusa, not the hypest thing that you'd think about initially, but it's actually a pretty good card with Modred. I really like playing this. So now at this point, I think Brave Princess, you have lost your time to shine. So we're just going to do this, I believe. I could also see doing this, just putting Medusa in slot 1. It's not terrible. I think we just play the 5/5 though while we have both of the bossies on the board. That seems to make a lot of sense as well. And then hopefully we can slay or grab some additional gold going into 4.0. We're not super powerful, but for some reason neither is this lobby. This Sad Drac was not doing anything, and this Skip was literally not doing anything. So yeah, it doesn't look like the lobby is super strong, though of course Fates and Zippy on top of it. I think those are the strongest heroes in the lobby, I suppose, other than Wonder Waddle, and they're definitely doing well as well. Celestial Tiger, no slouch as well, but Miri, Sad Drac, and then of course Skip, not going to be super concerned with. So we're already at least 7th. That's nice. And yeah, I think we're more likely to grab some slays here than we are to grab some wins, especially against the Fates. And does look like that is going to be the case here. Medusa lands in a pretty awkward spot for us. That's probably not going to get an attack in, though it does. Oh, on the Friendly Spirit would have been so beautiful. Instead, we don't get our one Ogre Princess slay. We do get the second one, so we're going to get one character for free here, and that's a Goat Triple. Well, I'm going to pick up that Goat Triple, but before I do... Oh, you know what? It probably doesn't increase the Hippocampus because it's technically already purchased. But I want to grab Hippocampus, and if you've seen me play this character before, you will know why. And that's because when Modred summons things, that counts for Hippocampus, which can unlock some cool synergies down the line right now. I'm just debating Dancing Sword when we've got double Black Cat in the shop. Bounty Board is obviously a much more exciting treasure, but I'm just going to go Dancing Sword here, and this might seem a little bit silly, but let's flip this over. This is a 7/7, so that's sticking around, and now I'm picking up a pair of Black Cats. Okay. Probably need to sell out of Princess White, unfortunately. But we're trying to go off with Hippocampus this game. Ooh, that's nice. I think I will just do this to give Hippocampus a little bit more stats. And basically the idea here is we're going to summon an animal right now via the Modred Hero Power, which gives us some additional Hippocampus stats, like I said. But in the late game, we can summon Hippocampus through Modred, and that just gets nuts if we're able to find a Bear Stain. So hopefully we can hang on long enough to make this meme into a dream. We're going to get one Ogre Princess slay again and not take too much damage, 7 down to 21. I can deal with that. And yeah, then we'll see how far we can take this. We do have the River Wish Mermaid, the Lightning Dragon, and the Bounty Board that we passed up on, so that's a little bit awkward. Could go for the Sleeping Triple. It's not the worst idea in the world. Neither is Water Wraith to make use of these Black Cats, though. I'm not super excited by Water Wraith now that we are already level 6, but this stuff I can get excited by. And I think I'm interested in a Tier 2 treasure. So let's see what that holds. And Secret Stash. I'm going to be interested in that, I believe. Shepherd Sling, also really cool, but we're definitely losing this combat, so let's just gain 3 health here. Then let's pick up a Hippocampus. We could now do something like this by Greedy. I don't know. We're definitely not very strong. And I guess I'm doing this too. Burning Palm on Hippocampus is actually generally a pretty good idea. I'm gonna roll though, and then, okay, we got some triples here. Let's sell this, grab this. That just gives us Baby Dragon for now. That's fine. We'll buy the other 2 characters next turn. We're pretty low on time there. I probably would have griefed myself had we been able to triple something off the roll of the die, so it's probably better that we didn't. Good attacks there. Though, we're going to have a problem and a half taking down this donkey. We're going to give my opponent a lot of free summons here. Attacking into the Choop is really nice, and then, okay, yeah, we give them some more stuff with the donkey, but now we're just down to Hippocampuses, and Hippo's pretty big, so yeah, that's actually able to trade off with a few units before the turn's over. We grab that 3 health, so we're only down to 16, and now we get to start Hippocamping. So, Coin of Sharon. That's really interesting. On Ogre Princess and Hippocampus, kind of, but it's never going to be the first thing to die. I think I just go for Deck of Many Things. Try to play some modicum of tempo here, and then let's pick up the Black Cat. Your dragons get more stats. No, we are going to, I think despite having Dancing Sword, it's going to be more feasible to play with Crown of Atlas. So let's grab that. There's interesting things that can do later on as well. So I'm kind of in for that one. And then Vulture is great. Oh, I missed this. All right, let's roll the die here. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Cool. Okay, I think I did everything that I need to do. I can unlock this shop. We're going into level 5. Sorry, there was a lot to think about there. Oh, we're up against Skip the Sky Time Skipper, but they came back. Skip came back. They do kind of own us there. Oh no, we owned ourselves with Ring of Meteors off of our Deck of Many Things. But, do we summon an animal here? I don't even remember. Okay, nice. We're really scaling these hippos in a really nice way. Skip was actually a ghost. They just showed up in time to not really do too much, but still try their best attempt at something here. So, definitely cutting the stag at this point. Could even cut the Medusa, and then another interesting thing is to cut the Peep, so that way it's less likely to have happen what just happened, but I don't think we're going to go for that. I think what I'd really like is a Sporko still at this stage of the game, so that is what we're going to be looking for. I guess we could summon in the stag. It's at least worth considering. For Glory, grab a 5. Not really too many 5s that I'm interested in. Could even get rid of this Bear Stain to go all in on the summons. I think we're gonna do this. I might even just frontline both hippos. Yeah, I don't hate that. One awkward thing I'm just now realizing. Oh, this is no good. Yeah, they did not think this one through. All of the summon cards are tier 4. Like, you don't want to triple Baby Bear, you don't want to triple Big Pigs, so that makes that very awkward to find the new summoning portal, though this isn't really typically caring about summoning portal. What I actually want more than that is Reduplicator. So if we can triple Vultures, grab a Reduplicator, then we can double up on whatever we Modred later on in the game, and obviously Reduplicator, Black Cat, not going to seem as exciting, but eventually we'll cut all of these summons and we'll just play like we'll just be summoning the one character from our hand. Ideally, as silly as that sounds, we want to eventually cut the summons, but looking good right now with these hungry hippocampuses, and we are going to be able to walk away with a win here up against Sadrak and a kill. So we are on to the top 5, though our opponents remaining in the top 5 are some powerful ones. So This game could definitely still get scary. Do I want Nyan Sea Terror with the idea that Summoning Portal is now on 5? I don't think so. I think we're just going to the end of this stag. That makes us 6 next turn. And roll for Vulture. I think that's the play. That sounds like the play to me. We could pick up Big Pigs, a little bit of an improvement over Princess Peep, though not a huge enough improvement. There's the Vulture. There he is. And we can even grab Sporko here after grabbing Reduplicator, tossing the Dancing Sword. So all of this going pretty dang well. Obviously, we're not making huge use of the Reduplicator right this second, but I think we will be in the future. And I had half of a mind to just hang on to my Econ going into level 6, but I think it's ultimately just going to be better to put this Sporko on the board right now. And we've got some really strong opponents in this lobby, so I don't want to underestimate anybody. The one nice thing about summons, it's a very low to the ground deck, and by that I mean that it's trying to win the lobbies quickly. It's not trying to do anything crazy, though this Wonder Waddle is doing something crazy. They Forking Rod and wanded a Masquerade Ball, and they were able to grab a Scion of the Storm for their trouble, so they're doing pretty good here. We will have a Vulture, which is a reasonable character for this board. We summon an extra Sheep, which takes out Aeon, so that's nice, but we are eventually going to wind up trading with these Wizards Familiars, taking 15 down to 4. So that Secret Stash earlier, keeping us alive for now, but I don't think it'll keep us alive forever. So now what we are looking for is Echo Wood, Bearstain. That's it. That's the comp. And another thing that is interesting is Good Boy. So now with Good Boy, we would do something like this, at least for now. Yeah, we gotta grab Good Boy. We can put the Candy Rain on it. We're gonna summon 2 Good Boys here in just a moment. We could even play this. It's not the craziest idea. And then Hercules. We could sell off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we gotta do that. Okay. I might even... No, I can't frontline the Hercules because we really want the Good Boy. Even if Medusa gets attacked into off the rip, we summon 2 Good Boys both in the Sporko positions, and those Good Boys are 8 4s, which should be enough power for this stage of the game. This is currently like, yeah, 5.2. I was thinking maybe it was even 5.1, but we only bought 1 XP spell. So hopefully this is going to be enough. Medusa does get to get in there, so that's cool. And then we'll summon 2 Good Boys. Only 1 gets the Sporko buff, but I will still take it. And I guess they died in the wrong order here too. Tell me this is going to be enough, though. My opponent's looking pretty big. They've got Cursed Throne plus Oni Tyrant. That's actually just going to kill us. Man, oh man. Okay, well, that's an unfortunate way to go. I thought we were doing pretty good, but we just had a lot of strong opponents on that one. But still think this was an interesting look at a bunch of stuff you can do with the new Modred, and we talked about some other things too that might get your wheels turning. Obviously, a lot of those things we could have done on the old Modred as well. We just had a little bit more flexibility in terms of how we wanted to play, and if we wanted to like bench stuff but still choose what we summoned, we had a little bit more agency in some of those plays, which hopefully gives Modred some more action on Storybook Brawl, because it's a really sweet hero. Didn't get to do everything sweet that I wanted to do in this one, but hopefully still showed off enough kernels of ideas there. But that is going to be it for me today. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm No Lux Given. Peace.